My name is Jason Martin, and I'm an independent consultant. One of my projects are with Lambeth Council. When we look at this entire journey, it is absolutely a journey, and we need to almost ignore some of those principles that we've always been built upon by building a support desk, building a support function, and managing service tickets. When you are embarking upon your delivery and your project, you are really focused on getting over the line. You are doing everything you can to hit that go live date, and there will be a whole host of issues that will arise as part of that. Once you do move on from your go live, it is really, really important to start thinking about your support model and to consider what your support model will look like. Historically, support models have been very much focused on break fix, something's gone wrong, let's do a new update. But when you move into that cloud journey, you are starting to focus differently. You are looking at your early life support from project delivery perspective, but you're also looking at your issues around your support team and how that needs to look and feel as you progress through the project. Okay, so again, it is about building that support team that is able to support those business changes, because it is about continual transformation and continual change throughout, as opposed to fixing various support calls. So as you go through, your first 6 months, as the slide says, very much break fix related. Between your 6 to 18 month category, you're very much focused on stabilizing the product, getting the most from the product, all right, and trying to form your support team, trying to form that team so that it's able to support innovation going forward. And once you get to that 18-month stage, it's definitely, you've got to look at your whole Oracle improvement journey as very much building that platform and that basis to move on, to improve, to innovate, to take risks. And again, what we're going to talk about today is very much how you innovate with a change in product set and changing functionality, and how you apply those changes to the way in which your business processes are set throughout your organization. As you would have heard from Brian and Kushal, we've been talking about maximizing the asset, maximizing what you have. So at each quarterly update, look at the upcoming changes. So you look at that new functionality that will be coming in. You also try and understand what your organization perspectives are. What are your key issues? What are your key challenges? All right. And how we can extend the use of the application. And it's really important that at each time, we always analyze what's coming in new, what the current issues are, and how can we use our business processes to change the direction of how things are operating. And again, it's about having that structure within the council to innovate, that basis where you can actually try things. And sometimes they may not always go to plan, but you're going to learn throughout that journey continually. So it is very much about business process change. It's very much about understanding your organization needs. And it's about being able to test that against the application that you're changing. We shouldn't be afraid of those changes. And as we look at those changes, historically, we tend to look at issues, and sometimes it's those that speak loudest first. You look at those issues first, or you look at some of those things that inherently, based upon your experiences of managing your application. What VBA provides is an opportunity to use data to try and identify the areas where you may want to improve. Okay. So yes, you can still use your intuition as into where you think your issues are, but it's really, really important to start to use data. And that data will tell you a whole host of things. It could tell you that you have an issue within payroll around suspended time card entry, or you may have loads of supply negative balances. What's happening to that business process? And they're things that you may not be being aware about. So we at Lambeth uses VBA to help identify areas that may be uncovered elsewhere. And once you start understanding that data, you can start to predict how your business process change will affect. What is it likely to do? What are the unintended consequences of the change? And of course, confirm the intended consequences of the change. And then you can start to apply that and actually move your organization along with you, because now you're saying, I understand the organization challenges and the direction of travel. I also understand the application and how that's evolving, but I'm also working with my support partner to identify the safest way to apply these changes in the best possible environment to give you the most likely opportunity for success. And again, I think that moves on to point 4 around proactive support and how that helps. And again, it's very much as it says in, you're building a platform that is now proactive, that isn't looking to react, because you can predict, you can understand business process, and you can evolve with those changes. So I think, that's really some of those key messages that I wanted to share with you today. And I think that in relation to VBA, in relation to extending your application, this is something we could talk for hours about, and we can share with you lessons learned and principles. But this is really just a taster as into the things that you do if you start to build your support teams with that forward-looking focus in mind. And there are some benefits, and some of those benefits could be actually your support costs reduce because you are looking at problems before they arise.